War isn't always fought by those who start it. Sometimes, nations fight each other without ever firing a single bullet, because someone else does it for them.
Stay unbiased.
This is the hidden world of proxy wars, silent conflicts where global powers pull the strings, influence nations, and shape entire regions from the shadows. From Afghanistan to Syria, and now Ukraine, proxy wars have redrawn the world map more than any official declaration of war ever has. These conflicts allow major powers to exert influence and pursue strategic interest without direct military engagement, avoiding the risks of open warfare. Intelligence agencies play a crucial role, gathering information, supporting covert operations, and disrupting enemy networks behind the scenes. However, these wars carry significant risks, including regional instability, human rights abuses, and the potential for conflicts to escalate beyond control. Today, we uncover how these wars begin, what powerful nations gain from them, and how intelligence agencies operate behind the scenes to fuel them. A proxy war is simple, at least on the surface. Two powerful countries support opposing sides in a smaller nation's conflict so they can fight each other without suffering the consequences directly. Why do they prefer this? Because proxy wars offer something real wars cannot: plausible deniability, low political risk, lower casualties for the superpower, and massive strategic influence at a lower cost. They're wars without accountability, influence without invasion, victory without open confrontation. But the price is paid by someone else, civilians caught in the middle. Proxy wars aren't new, but the Cold War perfected them. The United States and the Soviet Union became experts at fighting indirectly. Examples include the Korean War from 1950 to 1953, where the USA opposed the USSR and China, and the Vietnam War, with the USA against Soviet-backed North Vietnam. Also, Afghanistan from 1979 to 1989 saw the USA CIA and USSR's KGB supporting opposite sides. Superpowers discovered something important. Destroying your enemy's power is much easier when someone else does the fighting.
Even after the Cold War ended, the strategy of proxy wars remained, with the Middle East becoming a new chessboard for global powers. Saudi Arabia and Iran funded rival groups from Yemen to Syria, while Russia supported Bashar al-Assad and the United States armed rebel factions. Then came the 2022 Russia-Ukraine war, reviving global proxy warfare on a scale not seen in decades. Dozens of countries began supporting Ukraine with weapons, intelligence, financial aid, and volunteer fighters, making it the largest proxy battleground of the 21st century. Meanwhile, Russia received covert assistance from Iran, North Korea, and other unofficial allies, highlighting the many hands involved in this conflict. What do superpowers gain from proxy wars? Superpowers don't get involved out of kindness. Every proxy war is a strategic investment. Here's what they gain: geopolitical influence, control over another country's future leadership, economy, or military alliances. Resource access: oil, gas, minerals, shipping routes. Wars decide who controls them. Testing new weapons: Ukraine became a live testing ground for drones, missiles, and electronic warfare. Economic profit: war means billion-dollar arms deals and expanded defense budgets. Weakening rivals: if your enemy is stuck in a long war, they drain their money, military strength, and political stability. It's a high-stakes chess game, and civilians are usually the pawns. How proxy wars make conflicts worse: proxy involvement always escalates wars. Why? Because once big countries get involved, wars last decades instead of months. Weapons flood the region. Rebel groups multiply. Civilians suffer mass displacement. Peace becomes nearly impossible. Every outside power wants its side to win, not for the war to end peacefully. And when multiple superpowers fund different factions, the conflict transforms into a deadly maze with no easy exit.
Intelligence agencies, the invisible soldiers behind every proxy war. These agencies operate in the shadows. The CIA, MI6, Mossad, GRU, FSB, ISI, Iran's Quds Force, and many others use covert tactics. These tactics include training rebel fighters, smuggling weapons, funding militias, and sabotaging supply routes. They also conduct cyber attacks, psychological operations, assassinations, disinformation campaigns, and utilize human intelligence networks. These operations are designed to shift the balance of power without open war. In Ukraine, Western intelligence provided real-time satellite tracking of Russian units, intercepted communications, and cyber defense. Russian intelligence used sabotage networks, misinformation campaigns, and covert foreign fighters. The public only sees the battlefield. The real war is fought in shadows, encrypted channels, and intelligence bunkers. Proxy wars are not just conflicts. They are mirrors reflecting the ambitions of powerful nations. The world's strongest countries don't always fight directly. They fight through others, shaping global politics one battlefield at a time. However, in the end, the cost is borne by ordinary people, families, cities, generations. Understanding proxy wars isn't just history. It understands the future because the next global conflict may not begin with an invasion, but with a whisper in the shadows. If you learned something new today, leave a comment below. Which proxy war do you believe shaped the world the most, and why? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dive documentaries.